Gerlach's tonsil. Let us in detail study about the Gerlach's tonsil. Now we have the lymph collection in the aerodigestive tract starting above on top we have the pharyngeal tonsil, which is also called the adenoids. Then we have a collection of lymph tissue around the opening of the eustachian tube, and that is called tubal tonsil, also called the Gerlach's tonsil. Next we have the palatine tonsil, and finally collections on the tongue, and that is called the lingual tonsil. So here we are focusing on only the tubal tonsil, also called the Gerlach's tonsil. Now the minor aggregate, not the major, which is the adenoids, the minor aggregate of lymphoid tissue located in the nasopharynx is called the Gerlach's tonsil, also called the tubal tonsils. The Gerlach's tonsil are well described in textbooks, but unlike adenoids, they are rarely visualized during routine endoscopy. Several studies conducted in children for recurrence of adenoids or serous otitis media after surgery have reported tubal tonsil hypertrophy widely. Now, the Gerlach tonsil hypertrophy is reported to be more prevalent in children than in adults. And when hypertrophied, the Gerlach's tonsil can cause symptoms in adults also and can be visualized during nasal endoscopy with an incidence of 0.6%. The possibility of Gerlach's tonsil hypertrophy is to be remembered during nasal endoscopy in adult patients presenting with symptoms of eustachian dysfunction and a past history of allergic rhinitis and after adenoid tonsillectomy. Comparing the size of the contralateral torus tuberous and the eustachian tube opening during the act of swallowing is helpful in diagnosis. So, when a patient continues to persist to have secretory otitis media after adenoid tonsillectomy, the presence of Gerlach's tonsil must be considered. Gerlach's tonsil, lymphoid tissue hypertrophy around the mouth of the eustachian tube.